this matchup we have here tonight. Two teams that really like to shoot the three.
It's going to be a shootout, Kevin. Something we see more and more of in today's NBA. I think whichever team makes more threes wins this one.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Johnson and Okongwu man the post position. Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with McCollum, and it's Daniels in at the small forward spot. Now here's Tatum. Back to Hauser. Carries it from three-point range.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
White against McCollum. Pass to Alexander-Walker. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Yeah, going hard to the rack, making a statement here early on.
And this is why you get the ball into his hands. Let him establish the pace and rhythm of the game.
And just about a minute into the first quarter. Brown outside. Here's Hauser. Fires the three. Johnson with the rebound.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Count it.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Here's White following the bucket by the Hawks. Pass to Tatum from the arc. Still looking for his first make after that miss. He's 0 for 2. Here's Johnson. Hammering it in.
Man, that's a dunk that would get some high scores. You know Johnson put some time into that one.
I'd like to thank AT&T for bringing us that spectacular look from their connected cam. Now here's White. Last game he had 12. Here's Brown. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Well, we know this guy is always a threat offensively. You can't lose sight of him.
The Hawks have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Pass to Johnson. It's McCollum on the wing. And here is Okongwu. That's tipped. And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. 4 on the clock. Elbow shot. Not enough on that one as it misses.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Pandora's a measured pace for the Celtics. Don't rush. Don't turn it over. And then they get what they want.
Well, this is Joe Mazzulla's philosophy in a nutshell. Quality offense begins with taking care of the basketball first. He believes in the math, meaning he believes if you can get a good look at three, you take it.
Atlanta with the ball. Following the three-pointer by Derek White. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Tatum against Johnson. And the dunk by Tatum.
My goodness, the ability to adjust to defenders all around him makes Jayson Tatum special. That's big-time hoops, folks.
The Hawks trail by 4. Pass to Alexander-Walker. Daniels kicks to Johnson. McCollum outside. Again, McCollum missing.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point lane.
Boy, still trying to get comfortable out there right now.
Here's Daniels. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good.
Boy, that's fast break basketball at its absolute best. Outstanding assist to finish it off.
And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. We want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
And guys, they walked into the arena with a certain kind of swagger, and we really saw it play out on the offensive end.
And what surprised me was how easy they made it look. It seemed like they got something out of every possession.
No doubt, Jaylen Brown is one of the most gifted isolation scorers in the league right now, Doors.
He is one of those guys, Kevin, that you do not want to be defending on an island. Jaylen Brown is an elite athlete, but he is also a three-level scorer, which makes him almost impossible to handle.
That free throw missing. When it comes to Jaylen Brown, Greg, what qualities does he add to a team?
Well, I love how active and physical he is. He poses such a difficult challenge on both sides of the ball. With a Finals MVP award to his credit, you know he's as mentally tough as anyone in our league.
Alexander Walker with the ball. He's covered by Brown. Okongwu with the screen from McCollum. And it's Okongwu slamming it down.
Nice decision by McCollum, giving up the rock.
Boston's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Tatum on the wing. Shoots over Johnson. Tatum no good.
Listen, let's not put it lightly. This guy has really struggled here.
That kind of defense, it's almost as if they're just standing there.
Well, for the most part, they were just standing still. And you've got an easy 2 points.
Yeah, and despite his restrictions offensively, you still have to close off the lane or he'll burn you.
Here's Brown. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Taking back the lead once more. Give these teams credit. Man, they are battling.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
Atlanta with the ball. They trail by 1. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
Well, on the road, you don't expect to look so comfortable on the offensive end, but that was the story of the game.
It came down to execution. No wasted possessions, and that is absolutely essential trying to win on the road.
Connects from 3-point range. Alexander Walker's got 7 points in the game. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Now here's Brown. He's coming off a 31-point game against Oklahoma City.
But the defense had tons of difficulty covering him. They kept putting him at the line, and he burned them.
Out of bounds. It'll go to the Hawks. While we have a moment here, let's reveal the teams that have been holding opponents to the fewest points this month. The Celtics second. Number 5, the Hawks.
I think these teams have made the adjustments defensively, and both are seeing their defensive numbers rise.
Now, Alexander Walker. He picked up 21 points in their last win against Detroit.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Now, here's Tatum. He had 19 points in the win against Oklahoma City.
I thought his physicality was crucial, too. You know, he kept the defense on their toes and repeatedly got to the free throw line.
Here's Tatum. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
So, Craig, when you're in the first game of a back-to-back, how much focus slips into already looking towards the second game?
Well, from a player's perspective, not much. But from the view of a coach, it has to creep in some in terms of making sure you don't overplay your stars.
And GA, the Hawks going young, trying to build a sustainable model for success.
Yeah, most of their starters not yet scratching their prime, so there's going to be some growing pains, but they're showing plenty of promise.
Here's White. He's been a nice option for them offensively, and he's averaging more than 17 points a game. Pass to Tatum. Tatum down low. Covered by Johnson. 6 on the shot clock. A nice shot by Tatum.
Well, size and skill. Tatum on the interior, Yes, sir.
And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. Johnson outside. Here's Alexander Walker. He has 7 to the inside. Okongwu.
When you can get off the floor like that, that wipes away any height advantage.
Celtics trail by 4. Brown outside. Right a screen. Pass to Tatum. The 3 from Tatum. Kept alive. The kick out to Brown. Out of bounds. Atlanta will take possession. Now let's take a look at some of the numbers for Jalen Johnson. And some changes here for the Celtics. Garza's checked in, and it's Pritchard in for Jayson Tatum. Jonathan Kuminga, he's checked in for Atlanta. Corey Kispert comes in for Alexander Walker. And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. And some changes here for the Celtics. Walsh is checked in, and it's Gonzalez in for Brown. Then for the Hawks, Jock Landale's checked in for Okongwu. Zachary Rizachet comes in for Johnson. And it's Gabe Vincent in for Dyson Daniels. Here's Rizachet. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Pass to Landale. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. And that one drops.
Bang, bang. Doesn't get much simpler than that.
Celtics trail by 6. And here's White. Outside Gonzalez. Here's Garza. Here's White. Nailed from three-point land. White's got a second bucket tonight.
Love to see Derek White go right up with it off the catch. No doubt right there. Just get the jumper flowing.
Vincent with it. His last outing, he had 8 points. An even 3-on-3 break. Pass to White. Outside Gonzalez. And they call an illegal screen here.
And a moment here to see the numbers for Jonathan Kuminga. Getting around 12 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he gives them a nice rotation on the front court. He is a quality reserve.
Well, the one thing you can't teach is size. He's not as developed skill-wise as some guys, but certainly a valuable backup for this team.
Pritchard, he's checked in for the Celtics. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Hey, Kevin. Well, the Celtics have a great 1-2 punch with Jaylen Brown and Jayson Tatum. Tatum said JB always starts the game really aggressive. I'm a naturally laid-back guy. I kind of see things out first, and then I can essentially take over when I need to. We have found that balance. Kevin, back to you.
A dangerous duo for sure. All right, Allie, we appreciate the report. And the Celtics with possession here, following the miss by Jonathan Kuminga. Pass to Vincent. 1:43 left to play in the first quarter. And Boston with the rebound.
Boy, you'd like him to finish a little stronger there.
Here's Shireman, defended by Kispert. Back to Pritchard. Just 5 to shoot. For the 3. Landale grabs the miss. The Hawks leading by 3. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
You know, Kispert is often labeled as a shooter, but DB has much more to his game.
There is no doubt, Kev. He moves the ball. He can attack a closeout. He's going to work very hard as a cutter. This is just a young man that plays the right way.
Celtics making a switch here. Tatum's checked in. And Boston certainly has some of the most knowledgeable sports fans, Doris, in the country.
Kevin, not only knowledgeable, but passionate. And when you think over the 4 major sports in the city and the tradition of success, it is no wonder they are so committed.
He gets it in there. 6 points for Jayson Tatum.
Just love the unselfishness there. Keep the ball moving. Good things happen.
Landale finds Vucevic. And Gonzalez pulls it down.
Boy, he had a clear look at it. Ooh, you hate to miss chippies like that.
Tatum down low. Kuminga on him. Pass to Pritchard. Here's Shireman, defended by Kispert. Shireman can't hit.
Unbelievable. He blew that look, guys. No clue what went wrong there.
Here's Vucevic. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And that does it for the first quarter. Hawks lead by 4. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And when you consider how Atlanta is doing, your thoughts?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
And why wouldn't they? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
So with Johnson on the bench, here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. They've got Corey Kispert, Kuminga out there with Jock Landale. Then there's Vucevic, and it's McCollum in at the 1. Now here's Tatum. Pass to Garza. Now Pritchard. There's a good screen. Beyond the arc. Rebounded by the Hawks. They host the Kings after this game. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. Kicks it out to McCollum. Back to Vucevic. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Over in the corner, Kuminga. Here's Landale.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
Down low, here's Shireman. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. 4-point game. Out to the right wing. Vucevic with it. Gonzalez on him. Now Vucevic. Still scoreless. Oh, good with the triple.
Pressured that shot by getting a hand up just as good as a block.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact. Oh, it's exactly how you lead someone with the pass. Beautifully done.
And so it's Atlanta with it. Now here's McCollum. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Detroit. Kuminga with a wide open look. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Kuminga's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Quarter 2, and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Pritchard feeling it out a bit. Kuminga against Tatum. To the wing right side. Garza no good. The Hawks leading by 5. Outside Kuminga. Pass to McCollum. Now here's Kuminga. He's covered by Pritchard. Kuminga no good. The Celtics have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Gonzalez passes to Pritchard. Tatum with a screen on McCollum. A shot by Pritchard, no good. Atlanta's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Kispert setting the pick for McCollum. Here's the 3. Jayson Tatum grabs the board.
I'll tell you, his shot has not been there, but I like the fight he's showing.
Inside. Tatum automatic.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. You see a lot of pick and rolls, but you also, Greg, hear about inverted screen. Can you explain to the viewers what that means?
Yeah, that's where your guard actually is the one setting the pick for the bigger player, and having little guys who are willing to put their body on the line. You think of a Steph Curry, a John Stockton, 2 of the best to ever do it.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Walsh is checked in, and Jaylen Brown subbed in for Gonzalez. On the wing, Hield. Shoots over White. Hield with the bucket. Hield's got his first bucket of the night. Celtics trail by 5. Here's Pritchard. A 14-point game for him in the win against Oklahoma City. From downtown, here's Landale. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Just certain guys have a nose for the basketball. I don't think you teach that. Great second effort there.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
I like how they've worked the ball inside, getting looks closer in there, and that really helps your offense.
We've also seen them show a willingness to take advantage of the mid-range opportunities. The defense conceding these looks, and they're cashing in.
Now here's Tatum. 8 points for him. The outside leaner, Okongwu, grabs the board. Okongwu's now got 4 rebounds now tonight. Got that bucket in no time at all. Johnson's got the lead up to 10 now for the Hawks. Celtics have gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9. And here's Brown outside, drains the 3-pointer. Brown's got 8 points.
Boy, not a big shot there. Jaylen Brown saw the last triple go in, and he had to get one of his own.
Out to the right wing. And here is Okongwu. An 11-point game for him in the win against the Pistons in Detroit. Daniels, no good. Celtics trail by 7. Pritchard finds Brown. Back to Pritchard. Three-pointer. Okongwu grabs the board. Okongwu's now got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Johnson. And it's sent back by White.
You talk about protecting the basket. Derek White with the big-time swat at the rim.
6 to shoot. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. McCollum, no good.
I'll tell you, his teammates are going to start to freeze this guy out if he keeps taking threes like this.
Tatum on the wing. He's guarded by Johnson. Pope loose. Brown with it. He's got 8. From outside the arc. Rebound by the Hawks. Okongwu's now got 6 rebounds here tonight. Johnson outside. Pass to Okongwu. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. 7 points in the game.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
And here is Brown following the 3 from Onyeka Okongwu. Here's Brown. The rebound by Johnson. The Hawks leading by 10. McCollum outside. Johnson sets the screen for McCollum. A 3-pointer off the mark. And So White will bring it up for the Celtics. It's off to Charlotte for him after this game as they take on the Hornets. Sets in motion a 4-game road trip for him. Three-pointer, Pritchard hits the three-point bomb.
Well, if you leave someone that wide open, Derek White will put it on time and on target.
McCollum with the screen for Okongwu. And Okongwu slams it in.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Celtics trail by 9. And a guy who has a quick release and has distance to his shots. Derek White converts his chances.
You know what, Kev? There's so many things to love about Derek White. He's arguably the greatest shot-blocking guard in the league. He has a knack for making big shots, and the thing that maybe is most impressive is he gets past grenades at the end of a shot clock and has the temperament to stand in and deliver.
Celtics making a switch here. Kate is checked in. Then for the Hawks, Kuminga's come in for Jock Landale. And Nickeil Alexander-Walker in for McCollum.
Well, that's the intelligence that Derek White plays with. This guy in pick-and-roll action always seems to make the right decision.
Here's Alexander-Walker. He has 7. Pass to Johnson. To the middle. Here's White, and White slams it in.
Derek White saying it's not just them big fellas who've got some hops. I can put it down. Yes, sir.
The Hawks leading by 4. Now, Alexander Walker. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game. Here's Kuminga. And the 3 off target.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Outside, White. They set the screen. Over Kuminga. Rebound by the Hawks. Johnson's got 4 rebounds in this game. They grab their own miss. Oh!
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. So it's Boston now after the basket by Atlanta. Here's White. White with another miss. The Hawks leading in the corner. Daniels. Here's Alexander Walker. He has 7. Over in the corner, Kuminga. Johnson finds Alexander Walker. Shoots from the high post. And the shot falls short this time.
This guy does not love to operate in the mid-range, and it showed right there.
To the paint, here's Kata. He dents the rim with a 2-handed slam. Wow.
How about the big guy attacking the rim? The throwdowns are loud and emphatic.
The Hawks leading by 4. Pass to Okongwu. Outside, Kuminga. Back to Okongwu. Johnson outside. Shot clock at 5. Daniels against White. Daniels, no good. Boston shooting in the second quarter around 42%. Pritchard passes to Hauser. Nice ball movement by Boston. White looking around. And stolen by Okongwu. And taken away by Brown. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Over to the left wing. Pritchard with the ball. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game. Just 5 on the clock. Launches it. Rebound by Johnson. Johnson's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Daniels from outside. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. It's Atlanta leading by 4. Now let's check in with Allie LaForce on the sideline. What do you have for us, Allie?
I'm joined by Coach Mazzulla. Joe, what was the focus out there offensively?
We just got to fight for our spacing. We have to fight the screen. We have to fight to create advantages. It's two great teams playing against each other, and we're going to have to earn it. And so we just got to do a better job creating separation on the offensive end and fight for our great spacing.
Seems like an easy fix. Thanks, Coach.
Allie, thank you for that interview. And now we're at halftime. And we'll be back to bring you more basketball after this.
Welcome to halftime, everybody. First on the menu is looking at what games will be coming up here shortly. Out in Indiana, it'll be the Pacers against the Clippers. Tip-off will be 7 o'clock Eastern.
I'm looking for a possible upset in that one.
And let's discuss the first half. So far, Atlanta's in a close one.
I like what they're doing. Playing with physicality, they've worked hard to gain the edge in areas like rebounding.
Yeah, that's the difference in the game.
And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. It's been one outstanding game from Onyeka Okongwu.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
Celtics trail by 4. Down on the block, it's Tatum with Kata. The guard pair, it's White and Brown. And it's Hauser in at the small forward. That's the Boston 5. Now here's Brown. 5 on the clock. Shoots over Alexander Walker. Brown, no good.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Pass to Daniels. His three-pointers off the mark.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Outside Tatum. Over McCollum. It's good. And the Hawks lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Tatum.
Jayson Tatum's jumper is just so pure. This guy is on point with the midi right now.
Here is Daniels. Okongwu was screened. Daniels dishes to Okongwu. And Boston with the rebound. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Pass to Brown. Now here's Tatum. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Well, Derek White is an impact player, but is he a star in this league? White said, "I'm not into labels. I just know whatever the team needs, I'm ready to do it. And what does this team want from him?" He said, "Be aggressive, don't defer." And hearing that from great players, it just gives you confidence. Guys, back over to you.
Truly an impact player. Thank you, Allie. Now White following the three-point attempt by C.J. McCollum.
Struggling to get into their groove here, just 1 for 4.
Alexander Walker passes to Johnson. The shot from the low post is good. Johnson's got his third bucket of the night.
Well, their first basket in 4 tries. Can that trigger a little bit of good shooting here? We'll find out.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Outside, White. Pass to Tatum. Second shot opportunity, and another shot. Here's Kata, and he bangs it home with one hand.
It'd be nice if everybody took as much pride in his rebounding as he does.
You know what, Greg, he loves that part of the game, and it shows.
Well, but as defenders keep forgetting to box him out, he continues to just make them pay.
Here's Alexander Walker. In the corner, Daniels. Pulls up on the wing. Rebound, Boston. Tatum's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Daniels passes to Okongwu. And Okongwu slams it in.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Boy, in a tight game like this, that can change the whole tone. It helps your opponent get into a little bit of a rhythm.
Celtics passing it around. The three-point shot is pure for Tatum.
Man, that's sure got to be a load off his mind after not hitting a single three-pointer in that first half.
Pass to Okongwu. Now McCollum lets it go with a 3. Hits it from three-point range. McCollum's got 5 points so far.
Great shot by McCollum. He takes pride in knocking down those threes.
Celtics trail by 4. Brown outside. Here's Hauser. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Now, Alexander Walker. 7 points in the game. Shot.
Oh, my goodness, step back.
That was incredible. Let's see the connected cam angle on that stunning play, brought to you by AT&T. The Celtics have gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. Here's Tatum. Oh, what strength and power from Tatum.
Well, Jayson Tatum has worked hard to fill out his frame. It's not going to bother him that you're bringing a level of physicality.
And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Hawks. They've led by as much as 10. Now, Alexander Walker is a guy, Doris, that comes in and does a little bit of everything.
Kevin, you are so right. He can defend at a high level. He's increased his shot making and his playmaking ability. He is a huge part of his team's success.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Hey, Greg, kind of a combo forward. Tatum at 6'8", more than capable, playing up at the power forward position.
And that's where he's mostly played the last few seasons. And his rebounding is more than just serviceable. Credit him for the strength he's added over his career.
Here's Okongwu. He's got 13. Pass to Alexander Walker. Johnson the screen. Shot clock at 6. From past the arc. The rebound by Queta. Queta's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And the dunk by Tatum.
When you allow Jayson Tatum to build momentum offensively, it can be a scary night.
The Hawks trail by 4. Pass to Alexander Walker. Johnson outside. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. Johnson's got 12 in the game.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
And the basket by Hauser.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
The Hawks have gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime. 5 out of 11. Back to McCollum. Banked in off the glass. McCollum's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Look at McCollum just going to work. So good at using his creativity to find shots inside.
Brown with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
So it's Atlanta now, trailing by 4. McCollum outside. Johnson outside. There's the triple. Rebounded by Hauser.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
Now here's White. He's got 11. Three-pointer. And again, Boston with the triple.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
Here's McCollum. He's got 7. Clock at 6. Lets the 3 fly. A shot by Alexander Walker, no good.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
And let's give a quick nod to a group of shooting guards that have been outstanding from the free throw line in the second half of the season. You take a look at Alexander Walker, second in the NBA. So great from the line.
We've gotten used to seeing a lot of terrific free throw shooters from the 2-guard ranks, but even so, it shouldn't take away from what these players have been able to do up there.
You know, that's a very steady bunch at the line, no doubt about that. In any kind of clutch situation, if it's one of those players shooting the big free throw, you can be sure he's going to come through.
And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. For the Hawks, Doc Landale's checked in for Okongwu. Corey Kispert comes in for Daniel. And Vincent subbed in for McCollum. Here's Vincent. Inside, here's Johnson, and then Johnson with the dunk.
And we've been watching Jaylen Johnson build this confidence, taking it to the defense there. Big game tonight.
Boston leading by 5. Outside, White. On the wing, Brown. Five to shoot. Rebounded by the Hawks. Johnson's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Kispert. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on Jaylen Brown.
You never want to foul Corey Kispert. This is just one of the pure shooters in the game.
That's good from Kispert. Gonzalez, he's checked in for Boston. Pritchard comes in for Derek White. Zachary Rizachet is checked in for the Hawks. He's off on the second.
Boy, this team has to appreciate having a guy like Corey Kispert around. He's got positional size and, of course, an excellent shooter.
Here's Pritchard. There's the pick. Launches a 3. A three-pointer is right on target. Pritchard's got the lead up to 7 now for the Celtics.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowed.
Rizachet with it. Still without a basket. Back to Vincent. Lets it go from deep. Rebounded by the Celtics. Here's Walsh. To the right side. 1:56 left to play in the third. Outside, Gonzalez. They get it back. The Celtics working the ball around now. A nice shot by Walsh. Walsh has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Pass to Rizachet. To the middle. It's tipped. Landale. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
Here's Garza following the bucket by the Hawks. They get the rebound, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the knee.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Boston.
Their accuracy in this one has just been on another level. I mean, the three ball keeps falling, and the defense just hasn't been able to run them off the line.
I think another thing that's striking here tonight, the ball movement is incredible. Again and again, they're making smart passes to ready shooters.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. The Hawks trail by 10. Pass to Vucevic. The 3. And Shireman pulls it down.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
A nice shot by Walsh.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long. He's so frustrated. Hasn't had a make all game. It's making it very difficult for them to find any success.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. To the inside. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. For Boston, they have shot 3 of 5 at the foul line.
At the line for the Celtics, Nikola Vucevic. At the line for 2 shots.
The first one falls. He hits one and misses one, each at the line. Now Vucevic, and the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's the Boston Celtics looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
You know a thing or two about a point guard's job. Set the table for your teammates. Done there perfectly.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. So with Johnson sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. Vucevic is out there with Kuminga. Then there's McCollum. Then it's Jock Landale. And it's Kispert in at the 2. Here's Walsh. Outside Tatum. Takes the 3. Landale grabs the miss. Landale's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Back to Kispert. McCollum outside. Offline with his 3.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
They set the pick. Pass to Gonzalez. Misses the 3. The Hawks trail by 13. McCollum outside. Kuminga sends a screen for McCollum. The 3-pointer no good.
Gosh, it feels like he's pressing a little bit, and obviously playing from behind doesn't help.
Pass to Gonzalez. And He uses both hands to jam it in.
Yeah, that's a great setup. Screen the defender off and let him elevate.
Oh, right. And wasn't the timing ideal? My goodness, the D with no chance to react.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
It's tipped. Tatum, that's good. Tatum's got 11 points here in just the second half.
Well, do not let Jayson Tatum get space in transition. He will make you pay.
Here's McCollum. Down low, here's Landale. And he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
You know, one thing that has stood out tonight is his scoring. You know, he's kept attacking even when they've been trailing.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. To the paint. Some nice ball movement here by the Celtics. And the basket by Tatum.
And they're scoring much more efficiently here in the second half, and they've gotten that field goal percentage above 50.
McCollum right side. Back to Vucevic. Shot clock at 6. To the middle. Here's Kispert, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Boy, Kispert doesn't waste these kinds of opportunities. A bucket on the interior? Yes, sir.
Celtics leading by 16. And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. Both teams deciding to change it up. Outside Tatum. Lets it fly. Johnson with the rebound. Johnson's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Wants to get it to Vucevic, and does. Yep, that one goes.
Well, Vucevic has decent size, and he uses it well that time to put points on the board.
Kuminga against Tatum. Pass to Pritchard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The 3. Rebound by Kispert. The Hawks trail by 14. It's McCollum on the wing. From 20 feet out. And again, it's Atlanta.
Well, this is what we talk about, the tale of two halves. He has been outstanding out of the break.
Tatum against Kuminga. Tatum passes to Pritchard. Back to Tatum. Shoots over Kuminga. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Hawks. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. Back to Brown. Pass to Bassie. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Bassie's got his first basket of the night.
But Jaylen Brown getting better and better in pick-and-roll situations. There's a real willingness to give up the basketball.
The Hawks trail by 14. Here's Johnson. Bassie pulls it in.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Shireman can't hit. Atlanta's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. McCollum finds Kuminga. And it's Kispert in the corner. No good from outside.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Massey with it. Pass to Pritchard. Here's Brown. Rebound by the Hawks. Johnson's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Outside, Kuminga. Here's McCollum. Rizachet wide open. Off target from three-point range. Brown outside. Right wing. Pass to Tatum. The three ball. Good on the three-point shot. Tatum's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for the Celtics.
Now this is more like it. 9 points for him from three-point range this half. That's 9 more than he had in the first.
This guy's such a strong mid-range shooter.
Here's Pritchard. Following the basket by C.J. McCollum. Pass to Tatum. Bucket is good. Tatum's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
Well, he's had a one-track mind this quarter, and that is score the basketball.
Johnson kicks to McCollum. Shot from free throw range. That's in, coming off the assist from Johnson. Johnson's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Outside Tatum. Fires from deep. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Johnson the screen. And here's McCollum for 3. And Tatum pulls it down. Tatum's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Brown the pass to Tatum. Tatum draws the double. Massey with it. Kuminga on him. The Hawks trail by 18. Rizachet finds Kispert. Johnson outside. Back to McCollum. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. 15 points for C.J. McCollum.
It's really been a tale of two halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
Here's Bassett. Back to Tatum. Outside Brown. Fires the 3. Rebounded by Kuminga. The Hawks trail by 16. Now McCollum. Kispert setting the pick for Rizachet. Puts up a 3. The 3 goes down.
Corey Kispert works so hard to polish those range shooting skills. Good night.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. For the Hawks, Okongwu's checked in for Kuminga. Dyson Daniels comes in for Zachary Rizachet. And Nickeil Alexander-Walker in for Kispert. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Over the break, I listened in on Joe Mazzulla's huddle. Coach had a direct message for the team saying no matter the lead, no NBA game is ever over. Do not let your guard down. We'll see if they hold on.
Terrific, Allie. We appreciate the report.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc, a key part of their initiative this entire fourth quarter.
It feels like they have worked their perimeter game to perfection, swinging the ball, cashing in from the outside. What a performance.
The 3 is off. The Hawks trail by 16. McCollum, and they pick up the 2.
And just look at those numbers. What can't McCollum do?
And so Brown will bring it up for Boston. They led by as many as 18 points. Tatum outside. Tatum draws the double. And he jams it in.
relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Celtics.
This is a game where the defense, steals specifically, generating a lot of opportunities.
And it created possessions for them, scoring opportunities, and that effort, a big part of what will be a nice victory here tonight.
And on the year, looking at their record, this game will make it 49 wins.
And they will walk out of here feeling really good about themselves today, guys. A big win over a conference foe they'd split their previous 2 games with.
And when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Jayson Tatum.
Boy, it's not just the scoring he gave them, it was the efficiency with which he did it.
Here's Alexander Walker. Jayson Tatum picking up that last basket. McCollum outside. And it misses. They are enjoying the commanding lead.
And it really gives them the opportunity to give their starters a rest. Always critical when you get ready for that home stretch.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
What an impressive performance, to say the least. At this point, it looks insurmountable.
Alexander Walker with the ball. He's covered by Brown. 6 to shoot. Here's McCollum. And it's sent back by White.
That's anticipation on the defensive end by Derek White. Send it back, young sir.
On the court.
There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Now here's Tatum. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. So for Doris Burke, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan.